Okay, so all right, so I've been using a calculator on the side, and I've had a couple of people ask about the math, doing the math on these. So let's just take a hole here. We got hole number 7 in the current tournament we're playing. We're doing a 40%. I'm doing a 40% wind adjustment, and the club that I'm using is Guardian. Guardian, and the Guardian is sitting at 1.2 per ring. And let's say I had a 2 mile per hour wind. So the way I do it is I have a 2 mile per hour wind, and I'm timesing it by my elevation adjustment. So it's times 1.4, because I want to end up with the 2 plus I want to end up with 40% more. So it's 1.4, and that gives me a number. So 2 times 1.4 would be, what is that? My brain is absolutely not working. 2 times 1.4 is 2.8. Okay. And then I'm going to divide. So I end up with 2.8 is how much wind I have. That's what I really have in wind. And then I'm going to divide that by 1.2 rings. And that's going to give me a number. So it's divided by 1.2. And that gives me 2.333 rings is how many rings I'm going to pull for this, for that 2 wind. I'm going to pull 2.33 rings, and that's a 40% adjustment based off my club accuracy. That's why I'm trying to use as many 100% clubs as possible, so that when I get to this, I don't have to do this last equation. I come up with 2.8, and it's 2.8 rings. So as close as many 100% accurate clubs as you can get in your bag, then that makes the math easier. But that's how the math works. So whatever your wind adjustment is, it's if you're using your calculator, if you do it times the 40%, that would be 0.4. So 40% of 2 is going to give you 0.8. And so you're going to end up with 0.8 as opposed to ending up with the 2.8. So that's why I'm doing the 1.4 for my math. Hopefully that clears it up so everybody's got a better understanding of it. So the only reason I'm using the reason I'm doing the math by hand instead of using the app, I don't have a problem with the app. The problem that I have with the app is the app picks your base numbers, and I don't have any control over the base number. So all you do on the app is you put in how much wind you have, and then it does all the math for you. You can put in your wind and your elevation, and it'll do all the math. But I don't know what numbers it's using. So instead of going in there where all I have to do is type in 2.0 wind with a 40% elevation adjustment, and then the app does all the work for me, I'm actually having to come up with the numbers based off my club accuracy. And I'm so used to using those numbers that I have faith in those numbers. The deal is that I may have to, by doing those numbers, the old fashioned numbers, there are holes that I may have to do a different adjustment on than the people who are using the app. So that's why during the week I see that there are adjustments being made out there, and people tell me that there's an adjustment on that hole. So I know that there's something that the mass majority of the community are having to address. But I don't know how that's going to apply in my game, because my raw numbers are different. So that's why I do it the way that I do. Plus, you don't have to buy the app if you don't want to buy the app, and you don't have to do that stuff. But it is nice having something to work out the math for you. It saves you a little bit of time if you use a calculator. I don't use a calculator at all during one-on-one play. During one-on-one play, I just play because I'm playing for minimum score in one-on-one. And the only time I'm really playing to try and get things to get into the hole where it's real critical is when we're playing in tournaments. All right. Thanks for watching.